miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game one of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL. But Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give him much run after catch.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down, Sims. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Sims. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No chance, no chance. Complete to number 18.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Sims. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Balaj. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Let's go. Watch out, watch out. Tight end right. Hey, 4 down.
To throw on 3rd down. Sims. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So an easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now.
Still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Sims. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Balaj. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw on second down. Sims. And he's got his man on the out route. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sims got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
They run it with Balaj. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun. Sims. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Sims. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Conner, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On 2nd and 2, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of it.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start with a give to Connor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Off the play fake. Sims. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Hayward. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Get him, boy.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown grab as these guys are able to regain the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sims. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The pickup there, 5 yards. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Sims. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Sims. And he rifles one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
As we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run here with Balaj. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the... The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
Pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We got it. Good job, D. Good job.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will not be able to.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. So I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated yourself, I never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'ma sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. So I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. So I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Come on. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk, I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone said it, tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk, I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone said it, tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Miami.
Let's go, boys.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Sims is going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Well, game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now it's Connor, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger able to find Switzer. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? from the 27. Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16. On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Roethlisberger will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down. Run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stop just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's Sims. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Operating from the gun. Sims nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Sims. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Throwing on first down. Sims. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Sims. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, Sims. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What I'm talking about.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things done. Going in the excitement area.
That pass just a little bit off. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Sims. It's complete to Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on second down, Sims. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 40. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and pump.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Sims. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st down, Sims. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's 4th. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Sims. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Sims toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for the... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On 3rd down, Sims. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Off the play fake. Sims. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sims. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Sims to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Tight end's right.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sims. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Laird. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action. Sims. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is Parker, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll... We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Sims nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st down, Laird, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sims. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Sims. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. on first down. Sims. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he'll return it to the 24. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason.